Hi, my name is Jim Neal, and I'm running for the City Council of Mountain View. One of the first questions people always ask me is, why are you running? Well, that's actually a good question because sometimes I'm not quite sure myself. It's definitely a much harder slog than I had anticipated, but I think it's well worth it because I started attending the City Council meetings earlier this year, and I found out that the more City Council meetings that I attended, the less I liked what was going on there. And so I would go and talk to my friends and my neighbors about what was happening in the city council meetings. And I found out that they didn't like a lot of things that were going on either. And all of us would talk to each other and say, well, why doesn't somebody do something about it? And I looked around and I realized I'm somebody, so I should do something about it. So that's the reason that I'm running for city council, is that I really want to make a difference. I want to make a difference in my life. I want to make a difference in your life. And I want to make a difference in the lives of my friends and my family that live here in the city. Basically, there are a few things that I think are really important as far as the city is concerned. The first is the city budget. I'm not sure if you're aware, but the city budget runs anywhere from 90 million to about $100 million. And 83% of that budget is actually spent on salaries and pensions. And that is a very large number, and it's also an unsustainable number. And while I don't begrudge the city employees their benefits because they work really hard and they do a fantastic job, the city is on an unsustainable path that over the next few years will see us enter more difficulty unless they find another source of funding or unless they're able to cut costs. One of the other things that I'm interested in is the high-speed rail. I think that that's a project whose time has come and gone. Basically, in the 90s, the high-speed rail would have been a good idea back then because we would have had the money to deal with it, but now that's no longer the case. Another issue that I'm really concerned with is the fact that the city seems to want to ban everything in sight. They're talking about banning drive-thrus, they're talking about banning plastic bags, and who knows what's next. We've all seen what the result of bans have been in New York City, and they've started out by banning salt, and now they're banning 16-ounce sodas, and the mayor there wants to force women to breastfeed their children. And I just think that's government gone wild and is going too far. So basically, I believe that if you want a government that's responsive to you and a government that does what you want and doesn't try to impose its will on you, you need to vote for people like me that will be more responsive to what your needs are. And that's and that's pretty much it. And I hope that you will vote for me on November the 6th. Thank you very much.